Hey guys, so I just wanted to come on here and have a little chit chat with you guys. I'm in the car right now. It's a beautiful day. I'm just in the neighborhood and I just have the window down, taking in some fresh air. So I just wanted to make a video. I want to talk about why I came back to YouTube after so many years of not doing it. So, all my life I've worked 9 to 5s, and there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. I've had them ever since I was like 14. I've had a job. I did go to college for 4 years. I got my bachelor's in psychology, and I also have a minor in sociology, specifically gender studies or women's studies. So even all through college, I worked and stuff. I obviously worked part-time when I was going to school full-time, but I never really knew what I wanted to be when I grow up. Like, I've always been kind of envious of those people that have had a passion their whole life, and they pursued it, and they're able to make a living through doing that, whether they're a nurse, a doctor, an engineer, whatever it is that they're able to do, and work a 9 to 5 and be happy. And I know a lot of people in this world do work a 9 to 5 and they aren't happy, but for some reason that just never sat right with me. So I did go to school for psychology. I always wanted to help people, I guess mentally, because mental health has always been like super fascinating for me. After I got my after I got my bachelor's degree, I never went to school for my master's, and I never, got my doctorate or anything like that. And a lot of advisors told me, after you graduate, it's not going to be easy to find a job with a bachelor's degree in psych. And I was okay with that. I was just like burnt out. I was done with school, So I was 22 when I graduated. And actually the first job I had when I graduated was a job I had when I was in college. So when I was in college, I was working at 7-Eleven. And then after I graduated college, I actually went back to 7-Eleven, and I worked there for a few more months because I was so desperate to find a job. It's not easy finding a job, with a bachelor's in psych, because all these entry-level jobs want you to have all this experience. So I had worked at 7-Eleven, and anyway, long story short, the last 2 jobs that I have had were both part-time, and I worked them in order to be able to pay my bills. And I was living on my own. I was able to pay my rent. I was able to pay my car insurance, my car payment, my phone bill, everything on my own. And the most recent job I had that actually used my degree was a job as a case manager, and I was working at a shelter. And basically that job was more like security. I didn't feel like I was making a difference in people's lives. Like, I was talking to people every day about their struggles and helping them, fill out applications and such, but I didn't feel like the job was utilizing my degree to its fullest, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I felt like I was basically like a security guard. So I watched over these homeless people, and I would help them find housing, but really I was just there supervising them, making sure they clean their rooms, and if they needed anything, they would come to me, and if there was ever an incident, I would have to call the cops, do police reports, stuff like that. So that was my job that utilized my degree, quote unquote. And then I also was working at a hospital where I was doing registration. So it was an emergency room. A patient would come in with whatever issues. I would take their insurance, take down their information, and basically just register them into the hospital. And that was basically my job. So I had both those jobs, and I was just working them just to pay the bills. They weren't like my passion or anything. And it's so weird that I got fired from both jobs, one after the other. So both of them, I had been working for them for a couple years, both the jobs, and I got fired from my case management job in April, and a month later I found out that I was pregnant with my first baby. So I got fired from that job. It was for performance issues. At that point I had been there for so long that I just really didn't care, to be honest. The woman that I was working for, the program manager, she was just honestly a narcissist. She was manipulative, just not somebody that you would want to work for. And then I got fired from the hospital job. I don't know if it was because I was calling out too much or if because I was late a lot. Not for nothing. I've always been one of those people that have trouble being on time. So, you know, if I got fired for that, it is what it is. But they didn't give me a reason as to why I got fired, because when I had first started there, I was working overnights. I did that for a year. And then I dropped down to per diem because I got so sick and tired of working overnights. It was really like affecting my body. I was constantly having acid reflux. And I just felt like this is not for me anymore. But I wanted to keep the job, so I went per diem. And because I was per diem, they didn't have to give me a reason as to why they were firing me, because I was an at-will employee. So yeah, there's that. So basically, I just got to a point where after I got fired from the hospital, I didn't care. At that point I was pregnant, so I was working food delivery just to you know, make a little bit of money at the time, but I wasn't working full-time, obviously. And I really didn't care to get another job. And so I just felt like I wanted to do something on my own. I wanted to make a way for me to make income on my own without having to work for a company. I keep tapping the screen because the sun is like making my face weird. I didn't want to have to like work for a company, and I wanted to be able to like either work from home or work for myself. And I needed to figure out what it is I wanted to do with my life. Like, I wanted to find my passion again. And when I was younger, I did theater a lot when I was younger, and I really enjoyed it. I acted, I danced and sang and stuff, and it was fun. And I did a lot of shows and stuff. I even went to BOCES for 1 year for performing arts, and at the time that was also when I was doing YouTube and stuff. And basically I just went back to what I used to do as a kid. Like, I kept thinking about what I liked and what I wanted to be, and really it was an actress. That was probably what I wanted to be as a kid. And even though it's not a realistic, job to pay the bills, because you obviously have to like blow up to make a lot of money, or even just to make a decent wage. At least that's what the preconceived notion is with acting. You have to move to LA, and you have to take acting classes, and you have to be discovered and all that. And it didn't have to be that. Like, I don't have to have that job, but I almost got to the point where I was like, what are my interests? Like, I don't have any interests. The only thing I do when I'm not working a 9 to 5 is scroll through social media. And, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. And it just got to the point where I'm like, I don't know what I want to do with myself. So I said, you know what? I love watching YouTube videos. I love being on YouTube. So let me get back on YouTube and just start making videos and start putting them out there. And so many people would tell me, like, oh, you should do YouTube. Even my sister, who's really close to me, she would tell me, like, oh my God, I just see you doing YouTube, So I just picked up the camera one day and I started filming. And it took a lot for me to film, to be honest, just because, I don't know, I'd like to think that I believe in myself and that I believe that I can achieve anything in life, but I guess I really don't have that confidence. And so when I filmed my first video, when I filmed that Shein haul, it just took a lot for me to film that video. And I said, you know what, I'm just gonna let go of any sort of insecurities I have about my body, film it, post it, edit it, all that. And now basically I really don't care. I'll post anything. I'll post me in a hair bonnet, I'll post me with limited clothing. I mean, I either have to post it while I look the way. Yeah, this woman just told me that my headlight was out, even though I knew that already. I pretended like I didn't know, and I was like, oh my God, thanks. But anyway, yeah, I feel like I have to post things looking naturally the way I am. Otherwise, I'll never post, because then I'll always be like, oh, I have to get ready. I have to do my makeup. I have to put a wig on. I have to put an outfit on. So I'm just going to post however I look and just put it out there to the world and not care anymore. So that took a while for me to get to that point. So now I'm doing YouTube. I'm having fun doing it. I felt an urge to create, and I'm just going off of that. Do I want to have like a business one day? Do I want to have my own like niche to make income and be able to support myself and my family? Absolutely. Right now I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't know, I probably should have said that earlier. I had my son in December, so I haven't really been working since I haven't been working at all since I've had him. Not really. I haven't worked at all since I've had my son. And that's okay with me. I mean, I like being a stay-at-home mom. I love being home with my son. But yes, I want to have my own business one day. I want to have something to call mine. I want to be successful. And yeah, I'm starting out with YouTube. We'll see where it takes me as of now. But I am having fun doing these videos for you guys. So I just want to explain why I'm back on this platform. And this video is kind of just for myself as well, just to document my journey in life. Because one thing about me is I love creating memories and I love documenting them. I love taking pictures. I love taking videos and posting them and seeing where I was a year ago, where I was 2 years ago, where I was last month. So that's what this video is, basically just me documenting my journey. So yeah, so this is why I am coming back to YouTube. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. I don't know if anybody has ever felt the way I have, where like you don't know where you kind of belong in this world. I think it's a normal feeling, but I think career-wise, it's scary to try to take things into your own hands and try to do something that you're passionate about and you know, make income off of it. It's very scary, but I'm taking this opportunity to do it now while I'm also home with my son, even though I don't always have so much time to myself, because obviously he's still a baby. He's 4 months old, 4.5 months old actually. So he does take up a lot of my time, but whatever free time I have, I use it to you know, just create, take pictures, take videos, just do what I like doing, because it took me a really long time to figure out what it is that I like doing, you know. And yeah, so if you guys can relate to this video, let me know. It's nice to know that I'm not alone. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in my next video. I also wanted to add one more thing to this video. There's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. I would have a 9 to 5 right now if I didn't have my son that I was taking care of, but I also think it's good to try to go after your dreams and your goals and your passions regardless of working a 9 to 5. I don't want to be working a 9 to 5 till the day I die. So I'm starting a YouTube channel, and wherever it takes me, whatever avenues it takes me, whatever opportunities it gives me, I'm going to use that to be able to not have to work for somebody one day, if you know what I mean. So I just want to add that little tidbit onto there, because you know, I would be working a regular job if I wasn't a stay-at-home mom. And I don't mind working a part-time job either, but right now I am unable to do that because my son is very needy. He's very young right now, so maybe one day soon I'll have a part-time job, but as of now I'm just home with my son and I'm doing YouTube, and I post TikToks and I'm on Instagram and all that, and it's fun for me. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to add on to there. Okay, I'm really leaving now. Bye.